Of the info, there is this 2.5 hour video, which I could watch on stream, but that would not be something I do now. You know, maybe that has all the answers. That might be the best option. If it's a good one, I mean, it might be a user rant. It seems like a lot of it might be user rants, but probably not today. I was requested to look at this fellow, and I don't think I ever did. He has a few different channels, I think. Where is... Let me see here. Is it this? Well, I'm not sure which it would be. Somebody told me to look at an individual by the name of Jerry Banfield, and specifically his life story. And he has a whole side channel called Jerry Banfield Autobiography. You can see that here. He remembers coming to Earth, guys. But he also has a life story video. I assume that's the one I was told to look at, but a lot of these are coming up for life story. All of it looks good, though, so, I mean, any of these, and this is just one of his many channels. He has, several channels, as you can see. Jerry Banfield, creators, crypto reviews, regular crypto, gaming, music, thoughts, autobiography, you know, and then his normal channel. So he's got a lot of stuff here. It looks like it might be an AI person, but we'll see. My life story in 20 minutes.
My friends, here is the life story of...
that's probably a person. Okay, he's a real person.
Jerry Banfield in just 10 minutes. I was born in 1984
well, maybe not.
To my mother and father who met at the...
They have some pretty convincing fake avatar AI people now that look pretty convincing. This could be just like one of those. But, I mean, it's probably easiest for this to just be a guy. He just has so many videos, and all of the thumbnails look kind of weird. He's the same face in all of them.
Racetrack. My dad was a harness horse jockey at the time, where he raced horses sitting in a cart behind horses in Michigan. My mother was the track veterinarian when they met. And at the time, my mother was already married. My father was already divorced once. And my mother went through her divorce and got that finalized just around the time she got pregnant with me. And my father at the time had been divorced a few years from his first wife, where he already had 2 kids. And
he's like rocking back and forth, but not really. He's just kind of like occasionally, like, it looks like he's like taking a step back. Something like that. I'm not sure.
He saw being with my mother as a second chance for a life with a family and one of redemption. My father, I knew this. I actually remember choosing my parents. This was a...
So he does blink. It's just very fast. Blink and you'll miss it.
Memory I've been gifted recently. I'm almost 10 years sober now, and I've really opened my mind, and I've done a...
You need something, man.
A lot of, you know, hypnotherapy, read lots of books and reincarnation. My mind's very open, and one of the memories I've been gifted with, I remembered choosing my parents.
Yeah, I've been 10 years sober, everybody. I haven't been taking my medicine for 10 years.
When I chose my parents, my mother was in an abusive relationship with her first husband. My father was an alcoholic, a drug addict, a sex addict, a gambler, and a horse jockey with not very reliable income.
And so the end result of this life story is that you are Jack's Film's brother, right? That's...
And
someone in chat suggested something like that. I mean, I'm noticing the similarities, yeah. Very candid life story. I mean, I don't care. Like,
I look down at the
you're not making me care at this point. Because, like, who gives a shit about some rando's life story? I mean, it's weird for someone to describe it. That was a thing years ago that was like, draw my story, animate. No, that was a different thing. It was like my life story animation kind of thing. You draw your life story kind of deal. People were doing this, and I'm like, okay, I guess if you're like a fucking celebrity or some, you know, internet celebrity or something, people might care. But even then, I find it hard to believe. Anybody, unless you got real crazy, like, parasocial fans, anybody's really gonna give a shit. This is just some rando guy who's like, hey, everybody, this is what I did. It's like, literally, everyone has a story. They sure do. Why should I care about yours?
Of them getting together.
Your weird horse jockey dad or whatever.
And I thought, this is where I would like to enter this reality. This looks like it'll be a really fun ride.
Disgusting.
And I can help these two as parents, and these two as parents will give me a perfect stepping stone, a launch pad into this reality myself. And they did exactly that. My father in the midst of his addiction, and my mother in giving birth.
Okay, alright. You were born and then fucking...
To start my master's degree, I met my wife.
Cool, awesome. I don't know why we were told to watch this one. To be honest, every other video he's ever made looks more interesting than this. I want to find out about how he came to Earth.
I remember coming to an Earth and incarnating here. And this is something you can do too. Because when we come to Earth, we often accept an intentional memory wipe so that we can start fresh here. After all, if you started with all these past life memories and all this other stuff, it'd be like loading a computer up with already full capacity on the hard drive. You couldn't put anything new on it.
And if we are to move into this plane, it requires that you leave behind everything you have of human ways, of human means, of human disinformation, human ignorance. If I were to title this day, I would title it Last Chance to Evacuate Planet Earth Before It Is Recycled.
However, when you start out, you can get a lot of junk programming and malware and viruses in your mind.
I got one of those downloading a game earlier.
And I decided at one point, after hearing a lot of other stories of people who remembered incarnating here, remembered past lives, and I didn't remember, I decided that I wanted to remember and that I would do whatever it took soberly. So I did this without any kind of drugs, alcohol. I'm sober almost 10 years now. I don't believe in taking things like hallucinogens or something to try and get an experience like this.
Yeah, this is the best example. This is the best argument you've ever seen for starting taking drugs.
I remembered this completely naturally. And the first intention I set was that I'm going to remember how I got here. Because remembering that you had a life before you came to Earth and had this body makes this life so much easier to navigate. It allows me to have peace and to remember that I chose the journey here. I wasn't a victim of my parents celebrating my dad winning a race. I was conceived by choice that my parents getting together opened a gateway that I chose to use to enter into this reality. And that's what I remembered.
Well, if that helps you get through the fucking day, then I don't give a shit what you believe, man. Go for it.
The first I remembered of coming to Earth was just having
someone says, so this is a cope
feeling.
Yeah.
I was walking my dog out at night listening to some Deadmau5 electronic dance music, and I just had this...
See, there was your first problem.
This vision, like not as much like seen with the eyes, but kind of seen in the mind. I had this vision of like being this big fiery bird, like Phoenix, and coming from the sun, which you could think of the sun as like heaven. It's powered by all the souls.
I don't not believe him, right? I'm not in disbelief here that he thinks this happened to him. I don't assume that he's lying. It's just that he's like, well, sounds like it was a real experience. It doesn't sound like you need any extra help hallucinating things, my dude. You don't need any shrooms in your life.
And spirits and angels hanging around in there, putting out all this light. And then I remember leaving the sun, coming to Earth for an adventure. And I remember just kind of that general, feeling of flying in space, being really excited to come to Earth and pick a body.
I really thought this was gonna be an AI person, but it's not. It's just a strange man because all of his thumbnails look the same. I was a police officer, and these are my stories. Everything is an opportunity. I'm sober 10 years today. That was from 6 days ago. And this is Jerry Banfield life story. But if you go over here, back to just regular Jerry Banfield here, he's got a lot of subs. He's got a lot of subs, and he will link you himself to all of these different channels. What if you never got sick again? Were you in this body yesterday? Your age is 0. Everything is an opportunity. He's got some songs here too. Let's look at Drop That Bottom. This is a funny song that will get you laughing, everybody. It's clean, by the way.
Jerry, Fairy, Mary, the beat, heat. Work your hair, I'm feeding a feed to a fool. Feed and trough, mead and cough. Lead your horse to water and drink. Don't make me think you're starting to.
Let's so it started out and it sounded like racist fake Chinese or something.
I'm feeding a feed to.
But then he just has no. It's just gibberish.
Feed and trough.
It's just because Mandarin sounds like gibberish is I'm the racist here, not him. But then he just turns it into feeding trough, and now he's got a song. The song's happening.
Mead and cough, lead your horse to water and drink. Don't make me think you're starting to stink. I can't think. No. Oh, Jamba. He
was able to make this without booze, by the way. He wasn't high when he made this. This did not require any, any additional help, guys.
No, don't speak like that anymore. I can't understand you anymore. Please don't bore me with those random lyrics, but he's gonna go.
Alright, great song. He's got seemingly 2 different channels here. Oh, this is his main channel. He's got his music on here. Let's see, he's rapping for 92 minutes here. I am eye health affirmation music.
Let's do
eye health. I mean, if anyone's gonna tell you about health in his eyes, it's probably there.
Some eye health affirmations. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and we've got a lot of bad habits sometimes. So these affirmations will help us get into good eye habits. So I'm doing this now in my life. I'm listening back to this, and I invite you.
Is this the album cover for fucking Man on the Rocks by Mike Oldfield? Hang on. Standing. Let's see here. Like those fucking clacky clacks. Well, it's not. It's very similar. It's very, very similar. It is, in fact, extremely similar. If you just... Yeah. The famous nuclear... You know, that one? Yeah, it's very, very similar, yeah.
Join me. The eyes represent the capacity to see clearly into the past, the present, and the future. I see with love and joy. I am perfect vision. I am seeing clearly today.
Jesus Christ. This is just this for 8 minutes.
My eyesight fills me with joy.
My penis is big. I love my penis. My penis is satisfactory. My penis is special. I am happy with my penis. What if you never got sick again?
What if you never got sick again? This is an idea I'm going to explain how I've been over a year and a half. I have not been sick a single day in the last year and a half. And this is an idea that nobody's ever probably told you or helped you imagine. I'm going to explain the theory behind how I'm able to be the healthiest I've ever been before, and how you can too. If you want to hear
jelly juice,
more of the stories and the individual details of...
He's going to tell us how to never be sick again, people. So I clicked on this and I assumed it would be some wacko shit like this, but I had a weird, I was like, maybe it'll be like him just positing the theory of what life would be like if people didn't get sick. If we eliminated all sickness, what would happen? What if you never got sick again? But no, instead he's going to teach us how to purge the toxins or something. Some shit, probably.
Symptoms and understanding. The last time I got sick, and my Jerry Banfield autobiography channel, I just did a video called I Haven't Had One Single Sick Day Since October 2022. You could watch that after this one. But the most important idea is to just start imagining a life where you never have to get sick again. And because I've been a year and a half, not a single sick day, I know it's possible that I could go the rest of this body's life and never be sick again. And just imagine...
Well, this body's life is not necessarily guaranteed to be all that fucking lengthy, so...
that.
I guess that's... You could get hit by a car tomorrow, so anything's possible.
Some of you will start to experience immediate resistance as soon as you start thinking this.
This is clearly AI art. Or it's just weird, bad art. I mean, it might not be clearly. Because it's like there's like oranges. Are these planets oranges? But they're like peeled oranges. And there's like carrots with broccoli. They're like carrot broccoli trees, I guess. All right.
Your mind will be like, that's not possible. He's lying. This can't be true. Why? If this was true, why wouldn't everyone have told me about it already? Everybody should know this if it's legit. Well, I'm a pursuer of hidden knowledge, of the knowledge that is most powerful for me to have. And I've found some incredible knowledge about health that has allowed me to achieve...
He knows all the secrets, people.
The level of health I've never seen somebody else have before, but I've read about it and I've heard other people talk about it. And here's a book by Louise Hay called Heal Your Body. That's been
Heal Your Body, people. No longer tie down.
Very helpful. And the main way that if you want to make this a reality,
I love the nostril flares. That's really adding to this.
Of not being sick, not being afraid of being sick, and having a really healthy, vibrant body. The key is to start thinking, how would you feel, and feel that way now? How would you feel if you woke up
feeling yourself
great
now?
I know some of you that have chronic health problems, your mind saying that's not possible. My doctors told me so. I know it can't be possible. The first thing you need to do...
My doctor checked me completely. They don't know why I'm such a fat fucking porker. And I keep fainting every time I lift my arms. They don't understand. They just keep telling me I'm healthy and I look great. I don't understand.
Is just go into a what if, just a theoretical scenario. I have a family member who's chronically ill, and she literally had never once ever conceived the idea of what if all your health problems suddenly went away? What would your life be like? She wouldn't even dare to try and think about that.
This is basically just if Jack's Films made exclusively serious, unfunny life guru videos.
The first way to change is to think differently. And I know it can feel like lying. Like, if you've got chronic health problems, it can feel like you're just lying to yourself or being unnecessarily optimistic and setting yourself up for disappointment to even think that way. But I've had chronic health issues also, and I've shredded them. I used to be sick very frequently.
I used to have broken legs and bones, and I'd just walk around and, I just pretended everything was fine until my legs healed up. What's wrong with people today? These fucking liberals.
Like when I was a police officer, I had weeks
I think
off.
He said he was a police officer for one day, by the way. I'm not sure if that was... I don't know. We didn't watch the life story because who gives a shit, really? But it is there. Everything you could ever possibly want to know about this guy is probably available on his channels, provided to you by him.
In 2009, weeks off of work because of being sick. And I went into work sick plenty of other days. If you want to stop being sick, the first thing is to imagine what would your life be like if you weren't sick, and to know that it's possible. It is possible. All the miracles you've read about in any of your religious literature that touch your heart, it's not like the ability for miracles stopped happening. They're happening all the time, every day. And often miracles are just science that's not understood.
Miracles, everybody. So where's the miracle? Being sick, healing. How do we heal? How do we heal?
You could tell a story that's this is a sign something bad's gonna happen, or you could tell a story that you're getting exactly what you want based on the exact same physical symptom.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jerry. You know, it's amazing that you have such a great look about you, you know, and yet a lot of your videos are not very interesting. Your music is pretty good, though. Here's a song called Raincoat. It looks like he's sucking off his microphone. It's pretty promising. Ooh.
Ah. Ooh.
Luxurious beat.
Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ma. Sha. Da.
Yeah, it's a literal infinity pool. That's what we're looking at.
Da. 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 Passion and the
So this is some interesting, innovative music making, honestly. I mean, it's easy to knock him for not having lyrics, but did fucking Captain Beefheart have lyrics? I don't know, maybe. I didn't listen to that shit. But, you know, like a lot of music doesn't have real lyrics, you know? So who's really to blame? Who's really to say? You know?
Ooh. Sugar coffee, wanna chiba, jelly doddy, lady doddy, baby doddy, hold shop and love
What's funny about this, though, is that do you like, because the funny joke is, haha, it's racist. It sounds like he's saying, like, he's doing like a racist accent. But, like, I don't know. Does it reveal racism about somebody if you ask them what race this is supposed to be making fun of? Like, I feel like that is what's telling. Is if you're like, oh, it's racist, is it? So which race is it offending? Oh, well, clearly it's the Mexican. You know, there's not really a good answer for that, is there?
Is
it an alien language?
No, you know. La la lo lo. Ishu, sishu, libi, tibi, 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 ah.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Dish, me, liebe dich. You think this was hat da?
He switched to German. He turned the language to German. This is great.
Sag sie, sag mich doch, Modifier hinter, Point by Brain, Storm in the Warrior, Lego, Sana, Lipo, in a funny Fico, I don't know, Lipo.
Yeah, he's fluent in Teletubby. So. I'd love to see a song that he does that actually has lyrics. Maybe. He's got some dance music. He's got dance music. Angels in the Afternoon. He's here with us during this song, by the way. Awesome. You know, a lot of A lot of producers don't let you see the inside process of what it's like to make music, but you know, your friend Jerry Banfield here, he's got all of the details that you need. He's showing you the secret info that you don't get from, like, you know, Bonobo or whatever. You're not getting the Ableton Live settings. So does he, like, add anything to this, or is he just gonna be here? This is how I should have uploaded my own music. Just have me sit in front of the camera, like on a green screen. And, you know, I'm just like nodding my head along and grooving, kind of like dancing in my seat kind of thing, you know? That would have been good. Is this the whole thing then, buddy? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, he can shake it. Mr. Anime can groove. I mean, he does... What's crazy is he keeps blinking. People say, when does he blink? He blinks all the time. I keep looking at him and seeing, like, is he not blinking? No, he blinks. Every couple seconds he blinks. But there is something, however, about his appearance that makes him look like he's just not blinking. It's very strange how he looks. He seems like he's not blinking, but he clearly is. He just did. Yeah, good. Oh, it was about to get really special. Well, you know, you'll have to listen to that on your own time. He's got more instrumental music. But this is the music that he does that has lyrics. So how many lyrics? I mean, he's got hundreds of these at this point. Step 3 in Alcoholics Anonymous. We're going to learn... Oh, here's a song about how a friend of his died.
My friend from college just passed yesterday. If you're
Dear God, Jerry, why?
dealing with somebody in your life leaving or passing, I hope this will be useful for you. I've had a lot of friends die over the last 20 years, especially from people in Alcoholics Anonymous I've become friends with. And I've gotten a lot better at dealing with friends passing.
My friend died, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about myself.
Surprised how this hasn't affected me that much. This was one of my best friends in college.
That's good.
That we used to hang out a lot for a few years.
I just really didn't give a shit at all. You know, it's crazy. I just have not fucking cared, actually. I'm actually glad he's dead. I'm really glad. It's a good thing he's dead, actually, because I get to do this video for you guys.
And what I'm seeing today is remembering the necessity of keeping up with your friends. I hadn't seen this friend since 2014, and I hadn't talked to him since about 2 years ago. And I reached out to him a week ago, and it was too late.
The options appear to be song in background while he rants at camera without musicality or rhythm, or loopity boopa boopy doo zoopity poppy loopy goo, you know, gibberish nonsense lyrics. Those seem to be the options. I would love it if he breaks out into actual lyrics that he wrote. He just starts singing like the R&B part from the Knuckles theme. The blood of my ancestors flow. He just starts like singing an actual fucking verse, you know. But that's not gonna happen. It's probably just gonna be like this slam poetry sort of thing. This is like, we just heard the monkey fucking song earlier, and I said it sounded like the worst Tricky song ever, but we're right back to it. This is like a shitty money greedy.
He wasn't in a state really to talk to me, I guess. And that motivated me to reach out to another friend that I also hadn't talked to, another college friend, and reconnect with him, because there's no guarantees in this life. There's no guarantees for any of us.
Is this the song, or is he just introducing? We're over a minute in. We have to assume this is the song. This is the song that he has made. The other ones here: The End of Time, A Fresh Start, You know, he's got a whole fucking... Much like Dream Theater, another famous progressive band. Jerry Banfield here, a new up-and-comer in the genre, has got his own, like, 12 Steps AA song, you know, playlist here. Cunning, baffling, powerful!
I don't feel all that upset is because I've already grieved the loss of this friendship. When I moved away, me and this friend immediately started disconnecting. And while he was in my wedding party, I was not in his. And as soon as I moved away, the friendship was grieved then. So even though we put all this emphasis on death, really having someone move can be just as painful, if not more.
For you, I guess. What are you talking about? Retard? What the fuck is this? I mean, you know, there's something to be said there about departures and all that. People leave our lives, and is it any different if they just move away? You know, Sayama just moved to America at the beginning of Yakuza 3, you know? But is she basically just functionally dead to the series after that? Yeah. She technically just moved to America, but she is just dead in a, like, narrative sense. So, like, there's something there. But it also just sounds like you're a psychopath. Like, I don't know.
Really, having someone move can be just as painful, if not more, than actually having them die, because, you know, the best relationships and friendships we tend to have are in person. And for me, this is a good reminder to pay attention to those in-person friendships especially, but also take the time to reach out and talk to people that you moved away from. I think about this friend...
Yeah, bars, am I right? These are some really good rap lyrics.
In his death, and I wonder if there was a parallel universe where things go differently, because 9 years ago, the last time I saw him, I was just a month sober. And this is a friend that we had drank a lot together in college. He called me later that year to ask about getting sober because he was having some problems with alcohol in his life and was probably an alcoholic like me.
I like that this is, it seems to essentially be about him. I mean, you know, like, funerals and whatnot are for the living, you know? So it makes sense to, you know, not dwell, I guess. But, like, it feels more like it's for him in the sense that he just made this because he wanted to talk about himself. And this gave him a great opportunity to do that. More than it feels like he, you know, just has a lot of things to say about his friend in, you know, how it relates to him going forward or something. I like the bags under his eyes, too. That's some really, really deep bags under the eyes. That's a lot of bag.
He decided not to stay sober. And he continued drinking. And then he got cancer. What I've seen is that the statistics show us clearly that drinking contributes to cancer.
So really it's that guy's fault for not stopping drinking.
As does your diet.
I'm a very smart and enlightened person because I'm sober.
As does many other lifestyle choices like exercise. The way I look at it is if you're drinking, you're saying it's okay if I have cancer.
Wow, this guy seems like a cool person. This is a really interesting video, dude. You shouldn't have shared this with people. Thanks for telling us all about yourself. You've told us way more about you than you probably should have at this point.
I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine making any cancer I would have worse or letting it manifest in the first place. Now, to be fair, there's no guarantee that if this friend was sober, that he wouldn't have gotten the cancer and died anyway. But the statistics...
Yeah, we can only really marvel at why he invited this friend to his wedding, but this friend did not invite Jerry. Truly, we can only guess why that might have happened.
Show us is quite probable there would have been a better outcome without drinking. I know I wouldn't be here if I had continued drinking 9 years ago. I am certain I would have died.
It's fair to be like, hey, I'm thankful to be here because I stopped drinking, you know. It's a reminder, it puts you, you know, it's like a reminder that you're on the right path or whatever. That's a fair, positive way to maybe look at it in some fashion. But it really just doesn't sound that way here, does it? I mean, I try to give him credit where it's possible, but this also, it kind of sounds the way it sounds, doesn't it? I don't know. It's very, very self-centered, very look at me. It's like Terry Goodkind when fucking Robert Jordan couldn't make it to that conference. My heart still works.
And I only stayed sober because I could see.
Smug.
If I wanted to live, I had to be sober.
Yeah, he's like dunking on this guy one last time. This is like a weird fucking. You're like shaming this dude for his life choices. I mean, is he not enough that he's fucking dead? Whatever. He lived the way he wanted to live. What's wrong with you?
I also reached out to this friend a few years ago when I read a bunch of books on cancer prevention,
this is a song,
as well as
by the way,
preventing all the other top causes of death. The book How Not to Die, written by a medical doctor who's dedicated
shoutouts to his friend for finally breaking the habit.
His life to showing how nutrition can prevent all top 10 causes of death. I sent this information to the friend and he didn't respond.
Huh.
He didn't call to ask any questions. And to me, this is a reminder to...
This is literally like a I told you so. I can't believe... This is, you know, this is why we do these streams. I could have very easily not found this ever. But we did, and we found a strange, bug-eyed individual who looks like he hasn't slept in 48 days. You know, he hasn't slept since, you know, before that guy was terminal. The dude's just gotta get one last... Yeah, well, I guess you should have fucking listened to me then, cunt. You fucking dead bitch. Yeah, it's good. Good, cool song. Cool song.
Realize people in your life can have a wealth of information that you can tap that you might not be aware of. To not think single-minded, like, well, doctors have all the answers about medical stuff, and lawyers have all the answers about legal stuff, and my accountant knows everything about money.
Yeah, Katie and Tyler would never come to this dude's house.
Financial advisor is the only one who knows about investing. What I've learned is...
Is he trying to turn this into an ad for his weirdo crypto channel now? What is going on, Jerry? What's going on, man?
People have a wealth...
You should turn this just quickly. Do whatever you can. Pivot this into floobity-goo lyrics again. Make it gibberish.
Knowledge around me. And often ordinary people know things that are absolutely breakthrough, transformational in terms of regular parts of life, like how to have a happy marriage, how to live longer. And often there's books you can read that will have a dramatic effect on the path of your life.
He is all but like laughing at this dude for dying at this point. This is very cruel. The dude's not alive to defend himself. I mean, based on what we've already seen, it seems clear this dude's like hawking some kind of fucking like miracle cure type of shit, you know. You can live forever, you never get sick, and your fucking other body that you jump into, I came here from another planet, blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. And this other friend, no fucking wonder he didn't want anything to do with this dude. And now he's being mocked in this cool song, this musical song that he's made that's very musical in nature.
I wonder if this friend had got sober, and if he had followed a similar path to me, where I've been looking constantly, how do I prevent things like cancer?
I wonder if this guy made the books. I wonder if he has some of the books that he's talking about, like he's written some of these books particularly. I don't know. I don't know if he has or not. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's basically subtly being like, there's books you can read that are his. Like he's basically just suggesting you read his books. I wouldn't be surprised. Can't confirm, but maybe.
and all the other top causes of death. How do I prevent that? I've been thinking like this since I got sober now. I wonder if he doesn't die of cancer. If he does the same things I did. We can't be sure. And it's weird in life because my wife has a family member. This guy had a son that passed on, and it doesn't seem like he's really cared about living at all or tried to stay healthy at all. Drinks all the time, and he's in his 80s. It's weird that it seems some people can just get away with doing almost anything and live, and then others,
bad luck, I guess.
Best efforts,
loser.
It doesn't matter, like what you tried to do. You get. It doesn't matter what you tried.
Why are you like smiling, dude? Friend, college friend.
To do, you're still gonna pass early. I don't know how things like life and death work. I do know that generally people who are strongly connected.
You knew like everything, Jerry. You've got like 40 different channels where you talk about fucking universally migrating here from another star or some shit. So how do you not know about? Don't you know more than the average person? Like what
with others
confused.
Who are in loving, supportive relationships, who live in a community with others they love and have a life full of healthy relationships, who eat mostly a whole plant-based diet, who don't drink, don't smoke, don't do any drugs or medications, who do physical health practices like yoga, like exercising every day.
They'll eventually die someday too. What's your fucking point? They're eventually going to realize that all the fucking quinoa and flax seeds didn't fucking keep them out of the grave.
And who
I
aren't
wish they had one more cheeseburger before it all goes black. What's your point?
stressed out because of a job or finances. People fitting those demographics tend to live much longer, healthier, happier lives. And the opposite of those demographics tends to be miserable, painful, shorter lives. Now, those are generalizations.
Yes.
I know today that I'm very glad I made the choices I did 9 years ago. Because I'm glad my family's not grieving me today. But you never know what could happen. We're not guaranteed any amount of time here, and I think often about death and passing because it reminds me of the impermanence of everything.
Yeah, it reminds you of when you were drifting as a fucking cosmic ghost through the spaces until you landed here on this Earth. Right, I'm sure it does.
Most of the people I see that are really stressed out in life are too concerned about the future. And look at my friend who's passed now. He basically could have done whatever he wanted with his money his whole life and not ever needed to stress about finances a day in his life, and it didn't matter. No need to save for retirement. No need to be frugal. You can run up credit card debt if you want to. Doesn't matter. You're never going to have to pay the bill. Wouldn't it be?
What is this point you're making, sir? This is strange. It's like on its own, I don't think what he's saying right now would be so odd, but it is coupled with everything else going on.
Awful to stress out about money and finances.
I think he's trying to suggest that this guy should have also followed his financial advice. I feel like that might be it, but I'm not sure, because he's got a crypto advice channel, so like...
And it'd be miserable, and then die and realize I didn't need to worry about any of that stuff. My friend's passing reminds me that it's important to be here now and to love the people around me now. I didn't have space, I didn't make space for this friend in my life for quite a while. And that every time somebody dies, it's a chance to fill that space with someone new.
Huh.
I've had friends die that was very painful in the last few years. And at the same time, it was painful because...
This is just incredibly insensitive in just like every way. To the point where it's very funny because I don't know these people, so it's like... Yeah, I mean, I don't know this. If I knew the dead guy, and I was like, this would probably be pretty annoying if you knew the guy. This would be like, wow, this guy has made this entire thing about himself, about how that guy should have lived better and taken his advice, and now about how replaceable he is as a human in people's lives. Cool video, man. Cool video.
Because I loved them
Great
so
message.
much, because I spent time with them, because they helped me, father figures in AA who passed. And the more you deal with death, it seems to get easier and easier. In fact, I am certain that who we really are does not die. My friend's sister is pregnant and she will be due soon. It is possible that this friend's spirit will be reborn as a child of his sister.
What are you suggesting there, sir? Is that a suggestion of what it sounds like it is, or is it just a really fucking stupid hippie, like, reincarnation thing that he didn't think through well enough? Because it obviously sounds the way that it does. Sir, this is a terrible, terrible video. You've really botched this, and, you should make more like this in the future. It was great.
That is a possibility. I've heard a lot of stories like that. So it's important also to not think such, life and death.
Many such cases.
This is the beginning, this is the end. My friend has eternal life just like I do, and it doesn't matter what he did in his life. Although he lived mostly a life of good and service to others, none of that matters in the end. It's all going to be totally annihilated. So enjoy the day, my friends. I love you. Hope this helped.
Hope this helped. Mine's just passed away yesterday. Needed this. Bigger picture is how we lived our lives and those we helped along the way. That is our legacy. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting fucking video there. Seems very insensitive, but, hey, I didn't know the guy. I don't know what kind of relationship they had. Crypto Chaos rap music video. We got a trap music video. We got a You Can Text rap love song music video. And a lot of these are just nonsense, but I feel like these might have more stuff going on. Internet Computer 123. $123, I guess. Mindfulness and technology. Health gaming habits. Why is this music? Screen time manager. So he's like trying to collide music with like fucking spiritual bullshit, I guess. I listened to AI music for 12 hours, and it's a 12-hour AI stream. Little Titanic. Dear Tupac. Oh, this seems like it's gonna be another one, people.
Dear Tupac.
Yo,
I'm one of your biggest fans. I've been listening to your music.
18 likes, no dislikes. This is gonna be a very popular quality video, everybody.
Since 97, when I first heard Changes on the radio. Now, I know you had passed then already, but I've been listening to it ever since. It's been 26 years. Almost as long as your whole life was. I've been listening to your music that long. Now that I'm a musician, I'm making music every day. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I realized I need to make a song for you, like you made that one, Dear Mr. President, Tell Me What to Do. I'm interested to know about you. What do you think of your life now? Your life had a big impact on me.
Yeah, he is doing a very subtle black voice. He's doing a little bit of the, hey, yo, Tupac, hey! He's doing that. It's subtle, though. It's just a little bit of that. I think this is going to be the last video, but if he liked the person more and, like, appreciated them.
I listened to almost every song you've ever made and almost all the remixes I could find.
I think Tupac would have enjoyed this cool flow he's got here, this rhythm. This is good. I think Tupac think Tupac would have really, the inventor of rap music, Tupac, I'm sure he would have really enjoyed this. That's what he did, obviously.
Fair exchange, you do me. And if it's worth it, baby, I return the favor. You can call anytime you like, baby, you can call me.
It's kinda
need a thug up in your life. Never find nobody like me. I remember my wife wrote me a card when we were first dating.
What are we doing here? What are we doing, Jerry? Are you doing a song or are you talking? Come on, get in the fucking... Figure it out, Jerry. Come on now.
For my birthday, and she put a line from your song in there. I remember staying at the Hyatt, thinking of like, man, I'm at a big suite in the Hyatt, just like Tupac. And I've been thinking since I've been making music.
Yeah, that's true, chat member. Before Jerry here, this guy was only one Pac. This guy is basically what made Tupac.
I listen to your music so much. I remember being alone in college, gambling on PokerStars.
His shirt there says "The Jerry Banfield." Probably like show or some other thing as well, probably. Or it might just say "The Jerry Banfield," which would also be pretty good.
Drinking all night by myself, and I'm banging out to all your songs. No More Pain. I remember when I'd have a hard time, I put that one on. And I'd listen to all the obscure ones too, that like nobody knows.
I keep noticing his music. If he's making these instrumentals, his music has a tendency to go for like high volume, high pitched noises, like noisy leads like that. It's not as necessarily bad. It's not mixed that well though, so it kind of does hurt the ears a bit. But he had a similar thing with the piano before, and in the Death song. This is also a Death song. This one isn't as good as his one for his friend. Oh shit, I clicked off of it. Well, we're still going.
Trying to get inspired for one of my own songs. I put Hit 'Em Up on. I'm like, oh my god, this is nasty. Like, why would anybody listen to this?
Huh.
This is sick.
I don't know, man.
I wonder how you see your music today. Because if you watch the documentaries, it looks like you just made this music...
Completely different beat out of nowhere, alright.
...to get money. That a lot of this music was inauthentic that you made.
Is he clowning on Tupac now? He's shitting... Never mind, it's another video where he's like dumping on this person after the... What is that even? Is that true? I don't know that much about Tupac. I was more into the East Coast stuff, so I didn't really look too much into that. I don't know, maybe that's true, but it's just weird to do this video directed at him being like, so they say you're a fucking ripoff and you're a piece of shit, Tupac.
But a lot of people would say you weren't a real thug. You weren't out there drug dealing and gang banging. You were an art student. You were just saying whatever you needed to say to get paid. You were playing for the crowd. Now, yes, I know some of your songs were absolutely real. I love Checkout Time. We gotta go. I love Checkout Time. My friends and I in college used to play Picture Me Rolling. And we would picture you rolling.
He's the one who likes all the pretty songs and he likes to sing along. Yeah, he likes all of Tupac's songs. I'm sure he likes them all for, the normal reason. I don't know, man. It's weird that he just interjects with this thing about Tupac being like a fraud or something, a phony, and then he's just back to, haha, I like all your songs. Like, cool. I'm sure you do.
Just like I've got a right to make my music, and yes.
Everything is still about him, of course. Obviously all about him. Why is he staring at me now? This is a video about Tupac. Dear Tupac, and it's about him. That kind of thing is only acceptable when you're like a little kid dying of fucking cancer or something, and you write some letter that's like, this is just like my struggle. If you're like just a 40-year-old fucking guy who looks like Jack's Films, and you're just making a bunch of weird YouTube videos, then, oh, that's just like my fucking songs that I make. Like, yeah, I'm sure Tupac would really appreciate that one, dude.
That's true. You didn't do this by yourself. I only heard your music because a lot of other people listened to it and shared it with me. And you only got to be a big deal because so many of us loved your music and put it out there. You didn't get to be famous by yourself. A lot of us all work to make you famous.
It's actually my fault. It's because of me. It's my fault that you are ostensibly that you died. If you think about that, because he only got shot because he got famous, right? I mean, like, it wouldn't have probably, the events would have been different if he wasn't in that position. So ostensibly, Jerry is the reason why Tupac is dead. Tupac, that's his name. Yeah, I mean, he keeps trying to like change the conversation into being about him, and now like taking credit for it. It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
A lot of my friends in college had never heard a Tupac song, and I introduced them to Tupac. Picture me rolling. So many times we would be up late drinking.
Yeah, he's like the old Game Boy Advance where you would get like two games in one, and it would be a 2-pack. He gets one of the that's what he is. He's Tupac. It was him and then also Biggie together in one 2-pack. You got them at the same time.
Listening to Tupac, playing video games, World of Warcraft, banging Tupac in the background, looking ridiculous. 20-year-old college kids that never had a day in their life that was really hard.
Yeah, this is a chat member. He rapped for like 3 seconds, and then there's music in the background, I guess, and hurting your ears currently.
I wonder where you reincarnated, Tupac. I wonder if you came back again in the USA. Maybe if you went off to a different part of the world. Maybe you came back in a different part of the universe. Maybe you didn't come back at all. I wonder if you're out there somewhere.
I get that this is just your little wacky fucking belief, dude. I say that as if this is not a fundamental thing in many religions, but it feels kind of like, when are you gonna give us a visit, Tupac? When are we gonna get a new album, Tupac? When are you gonna give us a new, like, the dude's dead. I don't know. He's probably not gonna be coming back anytime soon, man. I just don't worry about it. Just move on. Sands of time, you know. Things fucking time passes, man. People die. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame.
And if one day I'll meet you reincarnate, I'll be like, man, you really giving me a Tupac vibe right now. I wonder if you're out there somewhere.
I wonder if you fucked your sister and now she's got your baby or something, you know, or whatever that thing was before.
I wonder what you're doing with this lifetime. I wonder if you know that I'm making this. See, I know.
Well, you know, he was a police officer for a brief time, so maybe he should. Never mind. That's not.
That when I think of you, then you're connected to me. So I know it might be incredible ego to some people, but I know you're listening to this song I'm making about you. And
I know you're listening to my song. Is this a song? I don't think you would have made it all the way to the end of the song, dude. Hypothetically, in the very small chance that Ghost Tupac, if, you know, assuming he exists, that's not part of the small chance, but even if there was a real Ghost Tupac, assuming that, and he's like out there and he's listening to music and stuff, he's probably the very, very small chance that he ever fucking sees this is probably not. He would not make it to this stage of the video. He would have turned it off by now and laughed.
The mic right now. And even though you've passed, you got more people listening to you 26 years after you made music. Still. But if there's anything you want me to say, let me know and I'll put it out there.
He's got your message for you, Tupac. Tupac. I don't mean to say that, actually. I keep accidentally calling him Tupac. It's not intentional, but I do. It's kind of funny, so I keep doing it. Well, he supposedly has like 170 of these fucking things, but he actually only has 56 uploaded. He might be including his instrumentals. YouTube community guidelines violation song. Dear sick people, is this gonna be just get better? Come on, man.
Dear sick people, you are about to experience hope because I was once one of you. I was once very sick mentally and physically, and today I'm as healthy as you can get. Everything in my body works fantastic and feels great. I love being in.
Especially my dick.
What's really important for your health is how you eat. If you fill your body with crap,
oh my god, yeah, tell the fucking cancer patient to stop eating fucking the food they like. I'm sure that's gonna make their lives immeasurably better. I'm sure it's definitely gonna help. There's a song here called "I Am Mental Health" rap affirmations music video.
For all y'all struggling with your mental health, I want you to know I found a way out.
It's got real lyrics
the
here,
song is
people.
for you. Let me hear you say with me now. I am mental health. I am mental health. I am mental health. I am mental health. Say it with me now. I am mental health.
I am mental health.
I was in the feeling all alone. Struggle with my mind. My peace was gone. Then I saw the light. Began to confess. More than my thoughts and my soul, I'm blessed. I'm at peace, now I found my way. In control of my life each and every day. I used to deny the pain in my head, but I faced my fears, chose to heal.
To go back to Simlish instead.
Instead, I'm enjoying life with each breath I take. I love my life for my own sake.
Life and life. He's that's good.
Learned that my mind could be reprogrammed. I'm not.
My brain is not a computer. I am missing Katie and Tyler. Yeah.
Love my life for my own sake. I've learned that my mind could be reprogrammed. I'm not just my thoughts or a psychological exam. I'm in control of my life steering wheel.
That's a good one.
Mental health, my wealth is a big deal.
Big deal.
I am mental health.
I am mental health. I am mental health. I am mental health.
Say with me.
Good. We got another fucking 27 verses. What the fuck? Verse 8 and 9. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. He is mental health, everybody. He's the true face of mental health, you know. You wouldn't expect it, but it is him. That's why things are the way they are now. He's the standard. So that'll be it for the stream. We've gone too long. I did a bunch of Kingdom Hearts, and we did some users, and we'll do some more users next time. Maybe we'll do some more Kingdom Hearts soon. Maybe some more other game. I don't know. We'll see. How about other game? Other game. Let me see here.